Now to study about the modern electronic theory, so if you want to study that, so you should be familiar with the matter first. So I am going to tell you about the nature of matter first. See, if, each matter, and I know that you know matter, so matter is anything that occupies space and has mass is called as matter. So if we talk about matter, so matter is actually made up of atom. All matter, everything around you which can occupy space and has mass is matter, and all matter is made up of atom. And atoms comprise of tiny particles, that is electron, proton and neutron. That is electron, proton and neutron. So these are the components of the fundamental particles of the atom. Now these particles have a certain charge, like proton is positively charged, electron is negatively charged, but neutron is neutral. Now what is the structure of atom? Atom is something like this, somehow spherical. It has a dense body inside that is called as nucleus, and around it there are shells. These are all shells, and shells can be specified as K, L, M, so on. Like they are designated as K, L, M, N shell, or 1, 2, 3, 4 shell. They are numbered like this. These shells actually contain electrons. These shells contain electrons, and in nucleus proton and neutron is present. We know that proton has positive charge, neutron has no charge, and electron has negative charge. Right. So atom has a central dense body nucleus, and it has shells, that is these shells K, L, M and all. Now the valence shell, like I have drawn this structure of atom. So here my last shell is M. I can also make N shell also, it's just up to me that because every atom has a different number of shells actually. So suppose this atom which I have made for you has a last shell, that is M. So M shell is called as outermost shell or valence shell. It can be called as outermost shell or valence shell. So outermost shell can be O in some atom, it can be P in some atom, so it just depends atom to atom. So the electrons which are present in the valence shell, means electrons will be present in this also and this also. So the electrons which are present in the last shell, that is in the valence shell, is called as valence electrons, or we can also call them as free electrons. So these are also called as free electrons, because these electrons can be easily transferred to any other body. So these are called as free electrons. So that means electrons in the last shell, valence electron, also called as free electrons, and the transfer of free electrons can occur, and the transfer of free electrons make the atom charged, or you can say make any body charged. So whenever there is transfer of electrons, atom no longer becomes remain neutral. Otherwise atom is neutral, because number of proton is equal to number of electron. That means magnitude of positive charge is equal to magnitude of negative charge otherwise. But whenever there is transfer of electrons, atom no longer remain neutral, because when an atom gains an electron, so then what happens, it becomes negative charge, right? Just like see this, suppose I have an atom, it contains, let's say, 11 proton and 11 electron. So let's say that it loses electron. So if it loses one electron, so now how many electrons it has? 10. So out of proton and electron, which is more in number? Obviously proton. By how much amount? One number, because it is 11 and it is 10. So that means it will no longer remain an atom, it will become a charged body. And what kind of charge it is going to acquire? It is going to acquire a charge, that means proton or electron, or positive or a negative charge, just depending upon that which number is more. So because proton is more, so it is going to acquire positive charge. Likewise, if I say that there is another atom Y, and proton is 11 and electron is 11, and it is gaining one more electron. So let's say when it gains, it becomes 12. So now which number is bigger? Obviously electron negative charge is bigger. So it is again, it will no longer remain an atom, it will become a charged body, that is an ion, because it will have a charge. Now what kind of charge? Obviously a negative charge, because negative charge number is more in it. So it becomes a negatively charged. And positively charged atoms are called as cations, and negatively charged atoms are called as anions. right? So this is what I have written for you. Atom can gain electron and it becomes negative charge. Obviously it becomes ion now, and the special name for it is anion. Likewise, when an atom lose electron, positive charge exceeds, so it acquired a positive charge. Again, that means it becomes an ion. And what is the special name for positive charge ion? That is cation. So that means we can actually charge bodies, and whenever charged bodies are made to approach each other, so there is always electrostatic force, and that electrostatic force depend upon charges to charges, because if the charges are same, it is going to be repulsive, they will not come closer, they will move far apart, and if the charges is opposite, they will tend to come closer and they will attract each other. So this is what the nature of matter, because now we are going to study about few facts about the modern electronic theory, which is the cause of electricity. So we should know that only that body can be made charged which will possess the free electrons, because the transfer of free electrons is responsible for making the body charged, and whenever charged bodies are there, there is always a electrostatic force, and electrostatic force depend charges the nature depend upon charges to charges. So this is what about the nature of matter.